One way of looking at the narcissist is as a predator or a parasite. This is probably the easiest way to look at them. And if you do this, then you can start to predict their behavior. If you want to see them as a misunderstood individual who really means the best, but strangely continues to do the worst, then you're easy meat, and you'll never get out. Your life's going to continually get worse as as they tear strips of fresh meat from your quivering bod. So, looking at the narcissist as a predator / parasite, we want to think, well, how does a predator / parasite operate? Do they attack the strongest in the herd? Is that wise? Isn't it better to target a weaker prey animal? Because if you attack the strong one, they might wound you sufficiently that you cannot hunt anymore, or they may kill you. So how do they know? How do they know who is strong and who is weak? So there are two mechanisms that I would like to discuss. The first is who's the driver, and the second is how do you respond to contempt? The narcissist intends on you driving this whole thing while they treat you with contempt. So they're just looking who's willing to go through with this. In terms of who's the driver, how much do you put in and how much do they put in? For example, can they just say a few words? Probably you've coached them, what to say. Because you just blather. Tell them all your secrets and your desperate hope that they will fulfill this role for you. So maybe they just need to say a few things that you like to hear, and suddenly you're gushing and you're just going to do everything for them. They put in a little bit of energy and they get a lot out. They're siphoning you. They just need to stick their proboscis in you, which is not too difficult if you are not going to do anything about it, and then they can just drain a whole lot of energy. The energy they put in is a lot less than they get out. So especially men, we're fooled by sex. We think it means something. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. Necrophiliacs do it. Rapists do it. It's not anything magical. Animals do it. Don't read into that too much. Someone bumping uglies with you. It could be a relatively small investment to get a huge yield back from you. You might read into it. When really, if you just think about the mechanics of it, it's quite easy for them. So the narcissist is going to probe you, and they're going to give you a little bit of energy and see what you do. They're going to say a little bit, oh, you're a great person, and then withdraw. And you'll be thinking, oh, there's someone who really likes me. This is great. This is fantastic. Great. Now they're gonna contact me again. We're gonna keep having these great. But no, they're gone. Oh shit, they've gone. Now at this point, you can either just let the ball drop. Who cares? I guess they didn't mean it. It was just a bunch of words. So whatever. Maybe this person was a liar. Oh no, how could you think badly of someone else who said nice words to you? Well, you can, and you should. It's a very cheap investment, especially if you're a liar. If you're a pathological liar, it's nothing. So keep an eye on the exchange. Get a little more transactional about it. Am I doing everything for this person? And then every now and then they pull out this character. They do this little pantomime for me, pantomime love. And then I get all wound up and I'm just going to explode. I'm going to do all the stuff for them, validate them, give them everything that they want. So it's good if you've got things to do, so you're not standing there looking at your phone all day. Find things to do. Go and do them. A reasonable character is going to understand that, but a reasonable character is not going to slather you with praise upon first meet. Keep an eye on that balance. Are you the one driving this? If you don't do anything, will they ever contact you? Just see, just drop the ball. See what happens. Go do something else. This could be an insincere sales pitch. Yeah, you look great today. Hey, beautiful garden. Wow, ha ha, cute dog. Can I interest you in a lifetime of servitude and serfdom? And the second thing, so I hope you understand that, the idea of who's driving it, who's putting in all the energy. The second thing is, will you take contempt? Is that another way of getting things out of you? So maybe they give you some good or not, or they can see you value them and they hit you with a bit of contempt. Does that make you flee, or do you now think, oh, now I have to, I've done something wrong, or this person is obviously much better than me. Oh, wonderful, I've found this God in human form. Oh, fantastic, look how much better than me they are because of the contempt they showed me. I must be much less than them. Or maybe you want to win back that initial character that you loved so much. It's all acting. They're just acting. And until you're willing to admit that you do the same thing, you won't understand the narcissist. Now you do the same thing. You do the same thing but for different reasons. You want someone to stay with you, to be with you. So you'll say and do things that you don't mean. Because you want that company. You want that other person there. A lot of the problems that people, borderlines, right? Let's be frank. If you are constantly interacting with narcissists and this is making you unhappy, you are probably a borderline or a lot on that continuum somewhere. But the big problem is borderlines refusing to see that they do bad things. Not all, but some are just kind of, no, I wouldn't, no, I just want love. I want love. No, not at all. That's not love. That's company. That's reassurance. That's not love. Flattering somebody so they hang around. That's not love. You've both got things you should be doing. So this borderline, fawning is not love. Saying nice words that are actually false is not love. It's hatred. It's a form of hatred. Why lie to somebody if they didn't do anything good? Why say it's good? If they're treating you with contempt, why pretend that it's care? I guess if they're treating you with contempt, well, at least they have some strong feelings towards you. If they are cold and stony-faced, they're going to leave you. If they're treating you with contempt, at least they're going to hang around to be mean to you. That's one way you can keep them. You can be a punching bag. Better than being alone. Better than facing the things that you have to do. The tasks that you must do. In the short term, it's better, live in a fantasy land where, no, you don't have to get anything done. You can just play. And, if you play and you call it love, then you've done what you should do. You feel, I've done what I should do. I'm doing my thing. I have a partner on my arm. Look, everyone, I've got a partner. This must be what it's like. Oh, this is what it's like. I'm doing what everyone else is doing. I'm part of the group now. But that's just fake. That's that's very superficial. It's very externally focused. Borderlines like contempt from other people. It's a guarantee that the person's going to hang around. The person is going to pay you some attention. They have bothered to get wound up. So what's the answer here to this one? If someone shows you contempt, it's time to leave for a while at least. Just leave for a while. You don't have to, you don't have to leap out the door of a moving vehicle, but, maybe the next stop, make an excuse. Or find a different way back from wherever you're going with this person. Give it a rest for a while, not forever necessarily, but even just a moment. Think of a job that makes you leave the room. You're going to repay their contempt with absence, which is every narcissist's greatest fear. They don't exist if nobody else is around. You remove yourself from the situation. It's really the same as the first, the way of dealing with the whole, who's driving. See what happens if, some people can take it. They don't, oh, where'd you go? Oh, well, never mind, got things to do. I've got a life. I'm a herbivore. Well, there's plenty of grass around here. It's fine. I'll just go graze somewhere else. Maybe I'll come back later. This person is not reliant upon you. They don't need to consume you. They don't need to rob you. The best way that you can interact with nasty people is not to interact with them. Even better. You don't interact with them, but you use their behavior as a prompt to do something. So they have insulted you. Maybe you're just going to go hit the gym, get stronger. If nothing else, fuck it. Fuck that person. I hate people like that. I'm going to get stronger. I'm just going to get physically stronger. I don't like people like that. They'll never lay a hand on me. I won't allow it. I won't be pushed around. I'll get stronger. Or maybe they said you're lazy. Go do some work. What the hell? Okay. Fuck them. This is the best way to give them the middle finger. It's not to debate with them. No, I'm not. I'm not lazy. No, really, I'm not. Please accept me. Please, no, don't see me like that. I can't bear it. I see myself that way. I can't bear you seeing. No, fuck it. Oh yeah, you think I'm lazy? That's fine. Okay, whatever. Anyways, I do actually have things to do, so thanks for reminding me. Think of the narcissist like an alarm clock. They appear in your life when you're slacking and when you should really get up. They're a scavenger, right? You've gotten weak. It's okay to be alone if you are strong, but if you're weak, it's not. They smell blood in the water. They can sense there's something diseased about you. They're coming in, grinning, slavering. Go make yourself stronger in some way after you have an interaction with them. Realize what they are quickly. So those are two ways you can look at it. Are they being contemptuous, like unusually contemptuous? You'll know by your own feelings because it's going to sting you. It's going to be like bee stings on your heart. You're going to get inflamed inside. Or are you driving the whole thing? Are they just giving you little bursts and seeing what you do? Are they siphoning you, just putting in a little bit of energy, and then you put in a lot of energy, and they put in a little bit? If so, leave this person for a while. Maybe it's not the case. Maybe you genuinely did something bad. Maybe they're just not interested in you. I don't know, who knows? But this is one way to put it to the test. You leave for a while. You just find an excuse to leave. Get preoccupied by something else. Do it politely. The point here is not to enrage, irritate, kind of engage them, get into a petty game. No, okay, fine. You want to be a jerk? There's plenty of jerks in this life. I don't have time. Again, this is about admitting that there are predators among us. Parasites and predators. If you can't admit that, you are in for a world of hurt. If you are one of those people that believe society is to blame, which is to say no one is to blame, which is to say you are to blame, well, someone has to clean up society. I guess it's going to be you. If you're one of those people, you are toast. They will destroy you each and every time. You're a clown. If you can look at the world in a more clear-eyed fashion, maybe look at the animal kingdom, just for a bit of reference there. There are predators. There are some animals, I guess you could think of all animals as predators, really. They eat the plants. But I don't want to get off on a tangent too much there, but it's important to be clear-eyed about it and to admit that, okay, if you don't like the word predator or parasite, just say that there are evil people. There are people that do evil. They give their pain, the pain that they deserve, or the pain that they have, to other people that don't want it. They don't want the responsibility. Life hurts. It is what it is. We lose things. We lose people. We get older. It's just what it is. This is the way it works. And there are those who don't like that, and they want other people to create the fantasy that that's not happening. Someone has to take the pain. If it's going to be you, well, good luck to you. If that's what you want, if you want to be a human latrine, if you want to be a blood bank, okay, fine. Don't complain about it, though. We don't want to hear about it. About your narc X or your narc. My parasite. My predator. My tumor. Oh, my bowel cancer. Let me tell you about what my bowel cancer did today. Wow. These ticks all over my skin. My ticks. My X ticks. They come back from time to time to leech off me. Don't tell people about your sick, fetish. Just, do it. If you don't want to be preyed upon, then you have to do something about it. If you want to be preyed upon, shut the fuck up. Just, we don't want to hear it. It's sickening. No one wants to hear you describing your own execution, your own dismemberment. We're not interested. That's a cry for help. Help yourself. Nobody can make you leave this person. Nobody can make you, find something valuable to do. We can't do that. You have to do it. It's a matter of responsibility. It's a matter of being honest about what's going on. And facing the world alone, which hurts, and we hate it. But those are your two choices. You either, get strong and live your life and face fear and pain and adversity, or you find someone who's going to pretend to do that for you, but really they're not. They're going to destroy you, while you live in a fantasy that the opposite is happening, or that one day this person might come through for you. You can really nip this in the bud. You don't have to go down that path. Catch it early. Is this person siphoning from me? Are they giving me a little bit and then kind of pulling back and expecting me to kind of come in there with all the energy? Also, are they being contemptuous? Does this person hurt my feelings? Why should my feelings be hurt? Why should I be a masochist? If you believe that you should be punished, why don't you actually go do something good? How about you repay? Really, if you believe you have done something wrong, go repay. Do good. We don't want to hear about your self-flagellation. We don't want to know about it. Just do good. I like to tell the story of a car crash. Let's say a narcissist rear-ends somebody. Well, they're going to either play victim, right? They're going to go, you hit me, or you slowed down too quickly. Oh, it wasn't my fault. Or maybe go on the attack, maybe you're an idiot, or I don't know, they might make up something. Oh, I'm so sorry, my eyes, I needed to get to hospital. Just lie. They're going to lie, and they're going to blame it on the other person. They're going to try and wriggle out. The borderline, is going to have a rear end and then, jump off a bridge because they're so sorry. They're going to jump off a bridge. I'm so sorry. I'm such a disgraceful wretch. I'm such a loser. Well, how does that help the other person? It doesn't help them. It doesn't help the other person that you crashed into. So if you're feeling low self-esteem and bad about yourself, finding someone to flagellate you is not going to help. And then telling everyone about it is not going to help. If you feel that you have done something wrong in this life, then you have to do good, and you have to do it alone. You have to stop relying upon other people. You have to be sincere about, feeling bad. Yeah, I feel bad. Oh, I have low self-esteem. Well, I should do something good. Now, I should choose what I do. I shouldn't rely upon other people to tell me what I should do to be a good person. Becoming a slave is not going to repay the damage you have done if you believe you have done damage, which borderlines do, and borderlines have. Finding someone to destroy you is not repaying the damage you have done. But we borderlines don't like to think of ourselves as people that have done damage to other people. We like to, imagine that we're just sweet, lovable people who are misunderstood. It's this whole, borderlines and narcissists are in some ways very similar. But it's still a form of rebellion. You're not really making amends by finding someone to bully you and enslave you. That's not going to raise your self-esteem, which is low. You feel worthless. You have to do things of worth. You have to do things that you think are worthy. Difficult. You've got to grab the wheel. When you come across a narcissist, this is a great opportunity to make amends. Not to them, the false gods that they are, but you use them as a prompt to go away from them and get something done. They're just an alarm clock. They've come to wake you up. They've come to irritate you. If you're driving it, you're becoming a slave. If you're putting up with contempt, you're becoming a scapegoat, a whipping boy, punching bag, colostomy bag, a human latrine. Watch for those two things. And when you experience them, leave, go do something valuable, see how the situation changes. You're the captain.